Airtime. Mark, 15 seconds until airtime.
Oregon is going to the Final Four.
The following is a Learfield presentation of the Oregon Sports Network.
And Oregon is going to play in the national championship game.
This is Duck Insider.
We need to get community. We need this thing to be bigger than just our little circle of players and coaches.
Are you kidding me? Touchdown, Oregon.
With 2 seconds on the clock. He hits it!
That's the bigger picture in this thing, allowing the community to celebrate the hard work, blue-collar mentality this group brings to the table.
And the Ducks have won it. The Ducks have won.
We get to struggle together, and we get to have joy together.
The Ducks are Pac-12 champions.
I am so proud right now to be the head coach at Oregon.
Oregon's a Fiesta Bowl champion in a 12-win season.
This is Duck Insider on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield, presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Now let's go live to the Country Financial Studio to talk Oregon Duck Athletics.
750 career wins. Like, can we put that in context for a moment? 750 career wins. Dana Altman just hit that mark, the 6th active head coach to ever get to 750 career wins. You know, and he's not far behind Kelvin Sampson, both actively coaching. Kelvin Sampson, I think, 6-7 wins ahead of him. I tell you what, 750 career wins after the victory over the Beavers last night. Congratulations to Coach Altman. You know, the first thing that he said to me, so I congratulated him. He came out courtside, talks on the post-game show like he usually does. I said, "Okay, Coach, congrats on 750." He goes, "Well, grateful for the opportunity and had a lot of good players." Yeah, Coach, but also you're a heck of a coach. And this is me saying that on behalf of all Duck fans, really college basketball in general. 750. You know how many things or how many times we play basketball games every year? Only like 30. And he got to 750 wins. Not 750 games. 750 wins. Like, think about how large of a number that is. How many days would it take you to have 750 cups of coffee? Literally a couple years. Scott just said it. Like, anyway, congratulations to Coach Altman. Ducks finished the game against the Beavs much better than they did in Corvallis a couple weeks ago. A 78-71 win. Good job by the Ducks, particularly KJ Evans. I thought he, in a balanced scoring effort, Ducks had 5 players in double figures. KJ, 22 points, 6 of 7 from the floor, 9 for 12 at the free throw line. Hey, that's great from the freshman. And he played 31 minutes. If you told me that he was going to play 31 minutes against the Beavs post-game in Berkeley on Saturday, I would have been like, boy, I don't know. He rolled that ankle pretty good and then practiced on Tuesday, went through shoot-around Wednesday, and had a career night. Tied his career high in points, was one shy of his career high in rebounds. He was one shy of a double-double. And then also a congratulations are in order for N'Faly Dante. Had 11 points last night. He now has 1,001 in his career. And I asked Dante on the post-game show, I said, so how's that feel to get to 1,000? He goes, well, it took a long time. A lot of years. I said, but Dante, how many games? He goes, okay, yeah, that's fair. Like, him and Coach Altman just peas in a pod. Like, I don't know that I knew that. Like, they get along really well. But I don't know that I really knew it until N'Faly Dante answered that question about a career milestone, almost identical to how Coach Altman answered that question about a career milestone. Congratulations to both of those guys. It's a heck of an accomplishment. And the Ducks picked up their 19th win of the season, closing in on another 20-win season. Never going to sneeze at that. What does the bubble look like? The Ducks are in the conversation. All right? The Ducks are in the conversation. Get a win at Arizona? Maybe a little more national attention? I think Oregon is still, let's just say there's some good opportunity ahead. There's some Pac-12 games tonight that will certainly matter. And in the Pac-12 standings, though, Oregon still sitting in a good spot. 11-6. They're 2 games back of Arizona. Could get one on them. Need a little help. Arizona and Washington State maybe dropping some games, but who knows? USC could get Washington State. They just got UCLA. I don't know. I think that I feel okay about it. Are there some games that the Ducks would like back? Yeah, but I feel okay about it. Ducks have opportunities against a couple other teams that are around the bubble, on the bubble, in the bubble, on the periphery of the bubble. Utah, Colorado, those are the home games coming up next week. Arizona's in the field, but getting a win at McHale doesn't hurt the resume. 78-71 the final last night. I saw this. Dave pointed out, great game from Rigsby as well. Best team effort of the season. I think that's right. I mean, you know, Bam Tracy ended up playing 22 minutes for the Ducks, only scored 4 points, and Kerry Oquindo did not score, but then Brendan Rigsby gave the Ducks 14, hit a couple corner threes that were a big deal. Yeah, all in all, it's a nice performance. By the way, happy Leap Day, everybody. It is a weird day. Also, they threw 2 pitches at Jane Sanders Stadium and then put the tarp on the field. So, to everybody at the Jane, looking forward to the Jane Sanders Classic, hey, Mother Nature, just do us a favor. Just stop. Please. Baseball is going to be at home this weekend. Women's basketball game day tonight. The Ducks taking on Cal. We'll hear from Kelly Graves coming up. It is game day. Game number 30 against Cal, 7 o'clock tonight. A 6:30 pregame show across the Oregon Sports Network. And you'll want to tune in. Bev Smith is going to have a really nice tribute to Terry Johns tonight as part of the 6:30 pregame show. And those of you who are in attendance at Matthew Knight Arena, I encourage you to be in your seats with about 5 minutes to go in halftime. We're going to honor Terry at the game tonight, the way that he would want. We're going to honor him and give him a big round of applause at the game tonight when the Ducks face Cal. Senior weekend for Oregon women's basketball. Baseball at home this weekend. Going to talk with those student athletes, and let's get to Coach Altman. Mr. 750. You think if I call him that on the pregame show on Saturday, he'd still do an interview with me? Maybe we'll find out. Coach Altman brought to you by the Willamette Valley Cancer Institute Research Center. Fight like a duck with exceptional cancer care close to home. Coach Altman postgame yesterday.
And Jermaine in the final 10 minutes to really take over a game.
Absolutely. You know, if you notice, KJ's had trouble finishing at the rim because but tonight, man, his nose was going to the goal. He got to the free throw line more. He finished more. Did a tremendous job finishing plays at the rim, which he's struggled doing earlier. So really happy for him there. Missed that last rebound. He could have had a nice double-double. But, no, he played really good, had some deflections. I think Mike said he had 10 deflections. So active on the defensive end, did a good job. So got a big block there, too, late. So good game for him.
Is there anything you can point to that just leads to this improvement, or is it just a freshman starting to figure things out?
Well, freshmen are a little, that, so, you always kind of bite your lip and, try to let them play through some mistakes. But obviously you get this late in the season and you start to expect a little more from them. Jackson was playing really well and had a couple bad turnovers late. That's not like him. So, but, that's growth, and they're going to go through some ups and downs. But, both guys, played a lot of minutes. You get Jackson 36 and KJ at 30, so that's a lot of minutes.
I think you guys fared on both. I think he had 22 on 10 and 19 shooting.
The first half, we gave him a couple early ones and got him going, and, he really, we didn't stop him that first half at all. I think he missed one shot. Second half, I think he got a little tired, but we didn't give him quite as good of looks. I thought a few of them were contested, but, I'm going to have to watch the film. But I just know the first two he hit, we made defensive mistakes, and he hit two wide open ones, and, a guy gets going a little bit, and it makes it more difficult. We gave Tyler a couple wide open shots. We just made defensive mistakes and gave him wide open ones and kind of got him going, So, but those are two really talented guys. They both can score baskets, and, so, they both have gotten bigger and stronger from their freshman year now, you know, and I hope our freshmen will do that. You know, we just make that improvement physically to be able to take that kind of pounding.
Defensively, what was the difference the last 10 minutes? I think they made just 5 of like 19 in the last 10 minutes for you guys.
Well, again, I thought we did a decent job, you know, until those last 2 threes there. You know, Jackson quit coming on that double screen they ran on the baseline, and then Jermaine went over the top and let him flare out. And, you know, we gave up 2 easy threes there late. But until then, excuse me, I thought we were doing a better job of contesting shots, and other than, you know, Tyler getting some easy ones inside, you know, I thought we did a pretty good job.
Was Brennan okay after he hit the deck on that last down too, knock the wind out of him?
No, I think so. You know, he got his wind back. He said he just got winded, you know, when he fell. But it's really good to see him attacking the basket like that. And I thought his defensive effort tonight was much better than it's been. You know, I thought he bowed up and really tried to guard a little bit. So I don't know if it was hitting a couple shots and getting a couple dunks that made him more aggressive, but I thought his defense was much more aggressive tonight than it's been.
Do you think people really appreciate fully what Jermaine's doing for you guys, Dana? I mean, a night where he doesn't shoot that well and he takes that collision under the hoop in the first half that hurts his hip. A lot of guys could have shut it down or gone, you know, downshifted a little bit, but he has the assist. He takes over in the final 10 minutes. I mean, where would you guys be without? I mean, granted, he's a 6-year senior, so quote unquote supposed to do these things.
Yeah,
there's guys who don't.
No, he's done a great job. He's been really coachable. You know, he's had some nights where he, you know, was pressed a little bit on the offensive end, thinking he needed to score a little bit more than I thought he did. I thought he did a better job the second half. Like, he penetrated the baseline. I was afraid he was going to take it up on 2 guys, and he kicked it out to KJ for the wide open 3, which was really a big bucket. We needed a 3 there or something good to kind of get us going, and I thought that was a really good play. You know, I thought he was really aggressive going to the hole and getting to the free throw line. So no, you know, without him, his leadership, you know, the freshmen, you know, they're not ready for some of those things, you know, and they don't know it, but, you know, just progress. I mean, it's with every freshman in the country, there's very few that just come in and can take over the load like that physically. And, you know, I thought he played really good. You know, if he'd hit a couple shots that he usually hits, he'd had an unbelievable game. But defensively, he was good. 6 assists, no turnovers, 7 of 8 from the line. Like I said, did a really good job.
Jackson only had 3 assists tonight, but you know, if a couple more go in, you know, he made some passes tonight to make the crowd go, ooh. Can you kind of just talk about what his facilitation did for you guys tonight?
No, I like I said, until those late 2 turnovers that he had there, you know, I thought he handled it really well. And like you said, he had some good passes. We just didn't finish. And you don't worry about those, you know. So you know, I think he probably most shook up because he missed that wide open 3, you know. And after that, he kind of went down because he thought he had that 3. So, but no, he's doing a great job, and we're wearing him out. You know, he's not a real big guy, and, you know, again, 36 minutes again tonight, you know. So you're going to have to get his recovery tonight, take a night off, and, you know, try to get ready for Saturday.
I know finishing was a big emphasis at practice this week. Just what area would you kind of point to say that was the reason why you guys were able to kind of finish strong in this one tonight?
Well, I thought we handled the pressure okay. You know, we threw it to Dante on the sideline, which was probably an error. We had plenty of timeouts. You know, we didn't need to throw that one in there. But other than that, I thought we handled the pressure pretty good. You know, we hit free throws, did a decent job there. I think Tremaine missed one and KJ missed one, but I think we hit the rest of them. And so, you know, those are things you got to do. We didn't foul. KJ had 1 foul there. You know, when we played them at their place, we fouled a couple times in the last 2 minutes that, you know, stopped the clock and, you know, let them get to the free throw line. And KJ had the 1 foul down there that we didn't need. With, I think with a minute 34 to go or something. So, but other than that, you know, I thought we finished better. I thought we had some stops. I mentioned the 2 mistakes we did on the 2 threes they hit that I was disappointed in. But we had some good switches. So I thought we did okay.
What does these next couple days look like as you guys get ready for Arizona?
Well, we'll have a light day tomorrow because of the minutes that some of the guys had. You know, we had 4 guys in the 30s, and so you know, we'll have a really light day tomorrow. We fly out early. We have a really early game on Saturday, so we'll fly out early tomorrow morning and or Friday morning, and just get down there and try to get ready to go. You know, we got a great opportunity here. We got 3 really good teams. They're all, you know, Arizona's battling for a seed, and you know, I think Utah and Colorado are making sure they get in, and so, you know, we got 3 great opportunities here to try to finish strong, and it's going to be very difficult. You know, those guys that are playing a lot of minutes are going to have to really man up. We're going to have to get more out of Cario. Like I said, Brennan had a good game tonight. You know, we didn't get as much out of Bam as we've been getting, but everybody's going to have to step up, and we're going to have to try to figure out a way to, you know, get a very talented team in Arizona, and then very talented team in Colorado, and talented team in Utah. We got 3 really tough games, but as I told the team, those are 3 great opportunities. You know, you play for this late in the season to, you know, finish in the top 4 to try to get a bye, and try to make something happen with these 3 games, and then try to make something happen in the tournament. And can't change the past. You know, we can't go back and change Alabama or Syracuse or, you know, Washington State at home or Arizona at home. We just got to go try to get the next one.
Did you feel that you would have the advantage inside coming in? I mean, you guys, huge free throw advantage, forced them into a lot of jump shots. Did you feel like that was going to be a strength for you guys in this one?
Well, Dante's always a strength, you know, for us. They did a great job at double teaming him, and he got a little sped up and had more turnovers than I would have anticipated. But no, we felt like we could get to the rim. You know, we felt like we needed to drive the ball. We needed to, you know, they played a zone a lot. We need to throw it inside and not just settle for jump shots. And, you know, I like the fact that we only took 18 threes. You know, we got the ball to the rim a little bit more. And, you know, I thought, you know, fast breaks 15-4. You know, I thought that was a big stat for us, you know, getting out and getting a few in the open floor.
Arizona won't be easy, but what do you think are the biggest things you guys as a team need to do to walk out of Tucson with a win?
Well, you know, they've got great size, you know, so, you know, we're really going to have to rebound the ball. You know, we let Love just get going here. You know, they got off to a fast start, and we never did catch them. They scored too many points, and we gave up too many easy ones. So, no, it's always a challenge down there, but we've had a little success down there. We got to go, but you know, you can't let the crowd get into it. You know, you can't give up 80, 90 points, and they're scoring like crazy at home, you know, because they get the crowd going, they start running up and down, and, you know, we don't really necessarily want to do that, you know. So we're going to have to make sure we get some stops and not give Love those easy looks that I thought we gave him at our place. And then Dante and KJ, Mo, you know, we're going to have to rebound. Their size beats a lot of people up. And so we're just going to have to really do a great job. Everybody's going to have to rebound, and because we can't give them second shots. You know, if they get a bunch of second shots, their offense is good enough with the first shot. You know, you can't afford to give them seconds. So big challenge, but like I said, big opportunity. And so we just got to go swing away and see if we can make something happen.
There's some of the keys for you from Coach Altman talking post-game last night, and I agree. Brad says that Rigsby dunk was epic. Yeah. even after he didn't totally hang on to the rim, so he kind of got his feet taken out from under him. He ended up staying in the game. All in all, good performance. And now a little extra rest, which I think is important before traveling to Arizona for that early game. When we come back, speaking of Brennan Rigsby, going to hear from him and KJ Evans. That's coming here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by our local branch today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Hey Duck fans, we're all about protecting our home turf here in Eugene. You should do the same for your home with Country Financial Insurance. Most home insurance doesn't account for inflation, but with Country Financial, yours can. If something happens to your home, make sure you can rebuild the same house in the same place. Call a local representative or 866-COUNTRY and get a solid defense for your home. Home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Casualty Insurance Company, or Country Preferred Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois. Property must meet age and condition requirements, which vary by state.
Don't go anywhere. Duck Insider continues after these messages on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
When might you be buzzed? When you suddenly love everything.
You guys, I love this song. I love these nachos. I love our kickball league. Ugh! I love this guy. What's your name? You know what I'd love? A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I love your car. Is this real leather?
Back on Duck Insider, presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union. Joey Mack in the Country Financial Studio. All right, we heard from Coach Altman, Mr. 750. Now Brennan Rigsby and KJ Evans both coming off really nice performances, heading into the matchup with Arizona at 11 a.m. on Saturday, Pacific time, that is, 10:30 a.m. pregame show across the Oregon Sports Network. Let's hear a bit from the student athletes. Brennan Rigsby, KJ Evans, reviewing basketball's win last night.
Final 10 minutes between what you and Jermaine were doing on both ends, particularly on the defensive end, just what was going through your mind? What allowed you to get free like that the final 10 minutes?
I think I was just focused on defense. It starts with me on defense, so I got to be able to talk to everybody, just get stops. We all got to talk and get stops, and then just playing within the game, getting shots here and there. They're looking for me, so I was knocking them down.
Coach was talking about how you finished more nose to the hoop, in particular tonight. When you're coming off the ankle injury, why tonight? What was it about tonight that allowed you to do that?
I think it just kind of clicked. He's been telling me for all year, I need to start going off 2 feet instead of 1 a lot. I was missing around a lot of bunnies around the rim. So me going off 2 feet was just a lot stronger to the rim.
Brennan, a lot of really big effort plays at you tonight. 2 massive 2-handed jams and, a big three-pointer early. Do you just really get up for a series against a rival like this, or is that just kind of every night for you, man?
It's always great to play a rival. Energy's high. We had a great crowd tonight. And, but I really want to do that every day, every game, try to do that. And I've been in a little slump, but, people like KJ, help me out. And so,
What does it mean to you guys that that's the last time you guys will play Oregon State with you guys both wearing Pac-12, logos on your jerseys?
Yeah. It's huge to have that little one-up on them, always kind of have that over their head. And, I think that's how it is, with every game. A lot of these teams we might not play for a while, so, you're trying to get that one up on them. And, yeah.
Brendan, you mentioned the slump. Just how important was it for you to see that first 3 go in? And it seemed like you're playing with a lot of confidence after that.
It was big, but I've been just trying to stay steady every day and just try to keep it going because, everybody has those moments where it's up and down. And so, I think it was good. It got me in a rhythm pretty quick and then he got a big steal, so that helped me out.
When you guys are down, maybe, especially in a game like this where you're at home, what are your conversations like in the huddle? Are they to focus on defense a little bit more when the shots aren't falling, or what are those conversations mostly like?
Yeah, just talking to each other. We just gotta lock in on defense. We gotta talk to each other, not make any missteps. So, get the rebound, finish the possession. And offense, we gotta execute. So when we were down, that's what we were talking about. We came together as a team. So that was really important for us.
Coach always talks about not looking ahead, focus on the current game. And this next current game against Arizona is a pretty big one for you guys. Just what's this opportunity present for you, and what's going to have to be the difference from the first time you guys played Arizona?
Well, like always, Coach said, swing away. So we got to go in there with the mindset to swing away. We got to knock them out first. So just come in there with confidence. Don't worry about the crowd. Really play our game, execute offense, get stops on defense. So that's pretty much it.
You had 12 trips to the free throw line tonight. Did you see it that coming in that would be an opportunity for you, that you'd have the advantage in being able to dictate your way into the paint and draw some fouls?
No, definitely. I did definitely not think about getting 12 free throws tonight, but it just came with the game, and I should knock them all down, but, it's still a good percentage of the line.
You forced a lot of jump shots from them. They didn't get to the paint too much. Was that just part of the game plan, and that, they were going to be taking their jump shots? Obviously, early on, they made a lot of them, but in the second half, it definitely was a better job, it seemed like, on the defensive end.
Yeah, we just fight the dribble, put a hand up with them. If they going to hit them tough shots, not every night, but, some shots going to be tough, and then we just got to keep a hand in there, really. So they're gonna miss. So that's pretty much what we did, and that's how we play defense.
Brennan, Dana talked about challenging you defensively. Where have you kind of improved, or where are the areas you feel like are targeted areas for you to get better at?
Me and him talked about just trying to be a little more aggressive. I don't, for my type of athleticism, I don't have a lot of steals on the year, so he was just talking about, just trying to be more aggressive. You don't foul a lot, so you can kind of get up and trying to get a couple more steals, and yeah.
Like that played out today? Yeah,
I definitely felt like I could get up a little more, and I felt like I used my athleticism to stay in front and make hard shots for them.
Do you guys feel like Jermaine gets enough credit from those on the outside? In the first half, he takes that hit under the basket, and clearly his hip is bothering him, but he finishes the way he does. He gets the hoop, he dishes to you in the corner when he could have taken that. I think people recognize all that he's doing, and they're playing 35+ minutes a night for you guys and doing what he's doing for you guys right now.
I don't think people really see unless they're watching the game, the whole entire game, not just some of the best stuff. But he's one of our leaders on the team. He's always cheering one of us up. He's always there to make the right play for everybody. So I don't think he gets too much credit, but he should start getting more credit for sure.
I mean, I hope they see what he does. He's a great player. He's a tough player too. Like you said, he got a little banged up, and he's still going 100%. And he challenges everybody, and yeah.
How about that? Talking about their teammate in Jermaine Couisnard. I thought that was great. Brendan Rigsby and KJ Evans. Ducks on the road now. It's the 1-1 week. One at home, one on the road. Arizona, the opponent on Saturday. Tremendous opportunity for them. When we come back, talking women's basketball, it's game day, 7 o'clock tonight at Matthew Knight Arena. Oregon women's basketball taking on Cal. Going to hear from the head coach, Kelly Graves, right after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Dear winter, Toyota can't get enough of you, because Toyota's got 22 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and that's more than any other auto brand. So you bring the action and we'll bring the traction. Always Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Based on manufacturer's websites as of 11/21/23.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by our local branch today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Dear winter, Toyota can't get enough of you because Toyota's got 22 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and that's more than any other auto brand. So you bring the action and we'll bring the traction. Always Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Based on manufacturer's websites as of 11/21/23.
Duck Insider continues after this timeout on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here. I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and is the best way to protect that legacy.
Protect your legacy. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Back on Duck Insider, presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union. Joey Mack in the Country Financial Studio. Heard from the men's side, now the women's side. Tonight, Cal is the opponent. It's senior weekend for Oregon women's basketball. A 7 o'clock tip, 6:30 pregame show across the Oregon Sports Network. Hope to see you all at Matthew Knight Arena. Kelly Graves this week talked with the media about a number of topics, including senior weekend and the heck of a career weekend that Kennedy Basham had. Maybe the Ducks are now beyond the big three. Maybe there's a fourth. Kelly Graves talking with the media this week.
Just talking with Kennedy here and kind of her weekend, I guess, just your thoughts. I heard a little bit on the post-game radio in terms of what you thought, but she seemed like she came with a little more confidence and it worked out for her.
Kennedy had a great weekend, both ends of the floor, but just to see her score like that, she was a lot more aggressive. She's looking to post up deeper and not just kind of fading a little bit inside, and it was great, And then she hit enough of those mid-range jumpers to really get us excited, and that was that fourth score we've been looking for.
The compliment with her from kind of mid-range and Philly down low, I'm sure that was kind of some of what you envisioned with this pairing. Good to see it kind of coming together, especially, I guess, on Saturday or Sunday.
Absolutely. That's exactly what we were hoping for, that high-low combination. And I think they combined for about 37 points, I think, up there. If you can get that from your inside players, you're doing well. We just unfortunately didn't get the perimeter game going, but I was really excited for her and give her some confidence to build on.
Cal, I guess tomorrow. First game competitive down to the wire. What did you guys learn from that, and what kind of encourages you going into this? Obviously, coming in with a tough stretch here.
Well, the two things that we really struggled with down there, I've really never seen it. 52 of their 66 points came off points off turnovers and second chance points. And so, it's an easy identification of the problem, right? But we've got to just go out and take care of the ball better and find somebody to block out and just rebound and at times they had a lot of long shots, long misses. The 10 threes jump out at you, but they took 39 threes, So the percentage defensively was good. It was just I bet half of those threes were on offensive rebounds. So we've just got to do a better job of scrambling and getting those long rebounds that we didn't do last time.
Is that what makes it tough when you have a bigger lineup, though? Because the rebounds are unpredictable, especially from distance.
They are, and bless her heart, Philly's going to get pretty much every rebound around the basket. Exactly. It's the long ones that we got to go get, and and sometimes we're not as quick as the teams that we're playing against, so they can be, they can be quicker to the ball. So it's not like we're not blocking out or always in the wrong spot. It's just that sometimes we're not as quick and as athletic as the teams we're playing against, so they end up getting those rebounds.
You've relied so heavily on Chance all season. When she has a game like she did, obviously, this last game, tough game. How do you kind of ensure that she has confidence going forward, because she is such a reliable part of what you guys are?
Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough part. It's and I give my team credit. They're really trying to stay up and enthused. It's difficult. I mean, we're all shell shocked to some degree, and it's not easy for any of us. But they seem to have maintained a good attitude. I hear a lot of laughing and playing and that stuff in the locker room, and when they come out, there's enthusiasm. So we just have got to find a way to get a W in that W column, and it's been a rough go. It has.
What would that mean for this team? Obviously, there's not a ton to play for right now.
Yeah.
I guess maybe WNIT because you get to a certain number of wins or whatnot. But what would that mean just psychologically, collectively for this group to get?
I think just a sense of relief a little bit. It'd be nice to have a win in February. Because we don't want certainly a winless month. I think for the confidence and for late season, I think just give us maybe a little more pep in our step when we go down to the conference tournament. I mean, obviously that's a do-over and anything can happen. I still remember our first year here, senior weekend. We beat Stanford on that last game, and we had no business beating Stanford. We had some injuries then too, and we just mustered up enough energy and focus and enthusiasm to take them down. So I think we can do that same thing this time. Cal's going to be really good. I mean, they're playing for something. I think and they've had a really good year. I think Charmin's done a heck of a job. She would definitely be a good Coach of the Year candidate, but we have so many other great teams that are having amazing years. She probably won't get it. I think she's done an amazing job. They brought in the right transfers, and they've kind of resurrected the program.
Senior weekend. I know it's a little bittersweet for you. Just a little bit about senior weekend heading into the last couple at home.
Well, it's always tough. You're excited to see them celebrated, and we have, Kennedy Williams gave us a good year. I know she's a long way away from home, and maybe it didn't pan out the way she thought it might in terms of team success, and was hoping. But she's a really great teammate. Bella, Ula. Ula's been a real success story. Somebody that walked on. We scholarshiped in the summer, and now she's starting, and legitimately so. And and she's had some good games for us. I'm excited. She's a local kid. I think that's pretty neat. We appreciate what she's done for the program in a short time, and same with Bella. This was Bella's dream school, and she's had an opportunity in just 1 year to come in and graduate, and she really wants to move on with her life. She's got big goals, and so I'm happy for all three of them. I really are. I really are. Yeah, there we go. I really am. It's been a long year, and hopefully the fans will really appreciate what they've done, even in a short period of time. They're all just here 1 year, but and then hopefully the team will muster up enough energy and fight to go out and win for them in the closing weekend.
Will Peyton not be taking part, or what do you know?
Peyton's coming back next year, so I don't think she's
not going to go through it.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Well, in fact, I know so.
Okay.
Yeah. No, she's excited. She's had a great year, in terms of just leading and her enthusiasm. I think she's learned a lot. She wants to get into coaching someday, and I think she's learned some this year. About things to do, things not to do, and how difficult sometimes it might be.
Sure.
Yeah. I think I've learned too. You can never take anything for granted. You've got to work every day at building relationships, at maintaining the culture, and you just can't take it for granted. We had such a nice run, and we had recruited well, and we've gone from where we were to where we are, and you can't really explain it necessarily, other than just you got to stay diligent and vigilant as a coach at all times. So we're going to learn from it and move on. Yeah, onward.
Coach Graves talking with the media, brought to you by the Willamette Valley Cancer Institute Research Center. Fight like a duck with exceptional cancer care close to home. Tonight, women's basketball also looking at mental health. I'll tell you, our partners at Zoom Care, this has been an ongoing collaboration. They're the title sponsor for tonight's game against Cal, and it's the mental health awareness game, something that the student-athletes and the coaches are all in on. Zoom Care's vision is to make healthcare easy. With more than 50 neighborhood clinics throughout the Pacific Northwest, Zoom Care offers urgent and primary care, including medical health services. Get the care you need, when, where, and how you want it. ZoomCare.com. And as a result, we actually had Dave McCullough come into the studio, and you're going to see more about this at the game tonight for those of you that are in attendance, what mental health means to the student-athletes. And to be honest with you, I'll just let Dave tell you a little bit about what the student-athletes have access to here at the U of O.
So I'm David McCullough. I'm the Director of Behavioral Health Services for Oregon Student-Athletes. I've been working with student-athletes here since 2001, so I'm heading into my 23rd year. So student-athletes at Oregon have an array of mental health services available to them. Fortunately for them, the athletic department prioritizes the mental wellness of the student-athletes, and as such, they have embedded and contracted mental health professionals who are specialists providing mental health support. And they also understand the unique culture of being an athlete at this elite level. Student-athletes face all of the challenges and pressures and demands of a regular college student. But on top of that, they also face the internal and external pressures and expectations of elite athleticism. And those challenges are hard to understand unless you're really in it. The internal world is as important as the outside world, so that the way that the athlete thinks and feels directly translates to performance. Our mental health, if it's not sound, we tend to have a lot of internal dialogue that's very negative and distracting. With sound mental health, the inner dialogue tends to be more positive. We're more able to focus on the present moment because we're not carrying a lot of emotional baggage. And the more clear we are inside, the more we're able to perform well.
Dave McCullough, the director of, well, truthfully, I call him the director of peace of mind. After he was in here and we were talking about all these different things, and he's been working with student athletes here for 2+ decades. And, you know, he said for him that it's all about peace of mind. That's what mental health is. And I thought, peace of mind. Like, that really sat with me as we were talking with him. So tonight's game is all about mental health awareness, and Dave was kind enough to tell us a little bit about what he does every day with Oregon student-athletes. When we come back, talking a bit of baseball with head coach Mark Wazakowski, UCSB is in town. Coming back after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Dear winter, Toyota can't get enough of you, because Toyota's got 22 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and that's more than any other auto brand. So you bring the action and we'll bring the traction. Always Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Based on manufacturer's websites as of 11/21/23.
Hey Duck fans, we're all about protecting our home turf here in Eugene. You should do the same for your home with Country Financial Insurance. Most home insurance doesn't account for inflation, but with Country Financial, yours can. If something happens to your home, make sure you can rebuild the same house in the same place. Call a local representative or 866-COUNTRY and get a solid defense for your home. Home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Casualty Insurance Company, or Country Preferred Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois. Property must meet age and condition requirements, which vary by state.
Dear winter, Toyota can't get enough of you, because Toyota's got 22 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and that's more than any other auto brand. So you bring the action and we'll bring the traction. Always Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Based on manufacturer's websites as of 11/21/23.
Duck Insider, your home for the latest news on Oregon athletics on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council. You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer.
That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Baseball season is officially here. We've got all the broadcasts for you on the Oregon live stream and across the Oregon Sports Network. Originally this weekend, as we welcome you back to Duck Insider, presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union, the Ducks were going to be on the road. Instead, Ryan Milano will be with you at 4 o'clock on Friday, actually at 3:45 for the pregame show. Then at 1:45 for the pregame show Saturday, and at 11:45 for the pregame show on Sunday. Ducks hosting UC Santa Barbara. Mark Wasikowski meeting with the media, the Duck baseball head coach, previewing the weekend ahead as the Ducks are at home now at PK Park. Here's Waz.
You guys are 6-1 in the young year, following a 4-game sweep. Just your overarching thoughts on this team just in general.
Well, it's Pat Kilkenny's birthday today, so happy birthday, Pat. That's number one. So on his birthday day, he gets the first nod. You indicated our record. That's where we're at. And so you're as good as your record is. And right now, we've got one blemish on that record we wish we could have back. And I'm glad that it's only one, and there's been some negatives and a lot of positives, and so I like where we're at, heading into a big weekend.
After where last season ended, and then after Texas, there was talk about leaving stuff on the table. Is that something that you guys talk a lot about? Is that a theme?
No, we don't talk a lot about it. We just talk about getting better today and keep focused on that, but it's something that we feel, and so I'm sure that guys would probably tell you that they feel that, and I think it's real. I think they are confident in who they are and how good they think they can be.
Yeah, UCSB coming to town, played them a lot recently. Just what do you make of the club this year? I think they're 3-4 now after they lost to Pepperdine last night. Just what do you make of them?
They're really talented on the mound. They've got quite a situation right now with a lack of having a field. And so in order to help prepare yourself, that probably isn't ideal to not have a baseball field to practice on. Kind of goes hand in hand. It's, and so to not have a field and to try to prepare for a season, I'm sure is a challenge. That's a challenge they've had. I think USC's having that challenge as well. And it looks like it's a tough challenge. Thank goodness we have a field. And so we look to be hopefully better prepared than they are this weekend.
You talked a couple times this weekend about wanting your team to play old. Can you just elaborate a little more on what are the main components of playing old?
Acting like you've been there before. Yeah, acting like you're not amazed when stuff happens, that you expect it. Just there's a way you act in a dugout. There's a way you act on a field. There's a way you act when you're stressed. That is either a look of being old and poised and composed, or it's a look of being young, rattled, and frazzled. And so, which one are we today is going to be the theme of the day, right? And so. I would expect to see a team that's ready to get better on the baseball field today, and they're poised and they're ready to act that way, and that's what we expect. And so I guess we're a little amazed when we don't see that, and what we try to expect is just acting the right way, and that's what we mean by playing old and acting old.
How do you want your team to sort of walk that balance between playing old but also celebrating when good things happen?
Well, celebrating isn't necessarily a thing of being young. That's just having fun and celebrating somebody's successes. And so it doesn't, we want to have as much fun and lead the country in having fun, because that means you're playing really well and you're having a lot of successes. And so playing old doesn't mean that you can't celebrate. As a matter of fact, you should celebrate all of your teammates' successes and your successes, and we should have a blast with that. That's actually playing old, because realizing that, man, these times are a lot better than a lot of the alternatives that are out there right now in our country is awesome, and we should celebrate the fact that we get to play baseball for our stressful jobs.
2 home runs this weekend. What do you think about from his early season success?
He's getting better. He's learning. Again, it's a maturity process with Jacob amongst everybody else, and I thought he had better at-bats this weekend. He didn't nail every one of them, and he'd tell you that, but I think that his weekend was a lot better this weekend in just controlling himself and his emotions.
Smith, just where do you see him kind of forecasting the lineup for us here? He's gone from leadoff down to third. Obviously didn't play Sunday, but just kind of where do you see him fitting in so far?
Time will tell. he'll earn whatever he gets, and so wherever he slots in the lineup and however much he and everybody else plays is up to them. I'm just going to pay attention, and whoever's playing the best is going to play, and whatever best formula that there is for the order and the order that they hit or whatever, then we'll do that.
You talked last week about hoping to get Dominic Hellman going. Is that something that's going to be kind of in play this weekend?
We want to get all of our guys going. It's not focused on one guy. It's focused on a team, and so, whether it's him or whether it's anybody else, the more we can get going in the right direction, the better we'll be.
One of the guys who is going is Bryce Betcher. Just made 2 highlight reel grabs in center, hitting I think 409 on the year. Just what has been his biggest strength so far this year for you guys?
He's playing well right now. He's playing well, and so we know that. So is Jeffrey Hurd. So are others. They're playing well. I'd love it to be as easy as you're going to play well every single day you take the field, and we know that's probably not the case. And so I guess my biggest challenge for Bryce or anybody else is when you're playing well, the guys that are playing really well, what are you going to act like when you're not playing as well as you are right now? And can you lessen the lows? Can you minimize those lows? Make a bad day less bad. I've heard it said a little bit differently by the great Ken Ravizza, but it basically said that. And so, how can you make your worst days just a little bit better, 1% better?
3 games this weekend. Got to take one of your 4 rotation guys out from last weekend. Do you know what the rotation is going to look like going in this week?
Yeah, we're going to go Gordon, Grinsell, and Sider on the weekend. And that was a tough decision because Twist is really showing a lot of promise. He's right on these guys' heels, and so it's a lot of fun to have options. So we'll be able to use Toby in a lot of capacity this weekend, and he's going to be a big piece of our weekend for sure.
Sider obviously does well this past Sunday. What makes him? Is he like an ideal Sunday starter, or do you just feel like that's where his whatever it is fits best?
I don't know. Starter, I don't care what day a guy throws. A starter's got to make big pitches, and probably more big pitches than relievers because he's just out there for longer. And so, Sunday starter, Friday starters, I hope that they think that we've got 3 Friday starters. And by the end of the year, that's our goal, to develop them to be those kind of guys. If we had 3 Friday guys pitching on game 1, 2, and 3 of the weekend, and a Friday guy throwing on game 4 sometime during the midweek, that'd be pretty good. I like our chances to win a College World Series, and that's one of our goals.
Before the season started, you talked about just the importance of vetting out transfers, making sure they're good from a chemistry standpoint. Now that we're a few games in here, what do you think this transfer class, guys like Hurd you mentioned, have added to this clubhouse from a chemistry standpoint? How are they fitting in?
So far, so good. Great kid. Jeffrey Hurd, Justin Casella, amongst plenty others. Jackson Jordan. The things that he did this weekend were tremendous. It seems like a really good class, and it's still pretty early to be able to put a label on stuff like that, but really good signs so far.
You did the pizza party. Anything else you'll be doing to incentivize students to come out to this game? It's going to be rough weather this weekend. Anything else you're going to be pulling out?
Yeah, we may provide a bus for them here. We may provide a bus and maybe some specials on some duck gear, or we'll come up with creative ideas. The students are really important to us. The community is really important to us. And so, okay, this weekend's going to be a little bit more challenging with the weather. One of the suggestions I had for marketing was, well, why aren't we selling half price or deal stuff on colder weather gear for Duck fans? Because I think they'd love that. Any way in the world we can get people to rally around our team, come out, regardless of what the weather's like. We say it's 75 and sunny every day here, and we believe it.
Any updates on Austin Anderson? Austin Anderson, how's he doing?
Well, I'll see later today. I'm not sure.
Hey, I'm all in. 75 and sunny at PK Park. Looking forward to it. That's Mark Wazakowski. When we come back, the schedule for the weekend, because I'm leaving with basketball tomorrow. See ya on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by your local branch today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
At Shadow Hills Country Club, we're more than just an award-winning golf course and practice facility. Our events team offers all-inclusive event pricing that allows us to take care of all the details while you enjoy your event. Our indoor and outdoor venues offer you a wide variety of fully staffed options that put the focus on you. From weddings to business and social events, at Shadow Hills Country Club Events Center, you get the benefits of a resort atmosphere and amenities in a peaceful country setting, just minutes from downtown Eugene. Call for a tour today or visit shadowhillsevents.com.
This is Duck Insider. Duck Insider on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
My simple solution to the problem was remove people from the scene and help them feel safer.
In response to attacks against Asian Americans, Maddie Park raised over $250,000 to donate cab rides to the Asian community.
There is so much more work to be done. We really need to come together and tackle this issue as a community.
Support the Asian community. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
Put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Back on Duck Insider, presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union. So some updates from Oregon softball. Doubleheader going on today. Been on and off against Mount St. Mary's. Here's hoping that the weather holds. The Quack Video team, Knight Ureski on the call for KWVA and the Quack Video live streams. Hey, best of luck to everybody. Thanks to everybody for joining Oregon softball out there. Oregon women's basketball in action tonight. 7 o'clock, we will honor Terry Johns at the game, and I'm if looking forward to it is the right phrase, I think it is. I'm looking forward to having all of you who are in attendance be able to join us in a round of applause. Thanking Terry for tremendous near 3 decades of contributions to the Oregon Sports Network and University of Oregon athletics. That's coming up tonight. The Jane Sanders Classic, of course, fluid situation. Stay up to date on GoDucks.com. Oregon lacrosse is on the road tomorrow at noon. And then we've also got baseball at 4 o'clock tomorrow. A whole lot more on that with Ryan Milano, who will be hosting the show here tomorrow. Oregon basketball is on the road on Saturday at 11 a.m. Oregon women's basketball, 2 o'clock on Saturday. It's senior day for the Ducks. And we've also got tennis in action and some updates on beach volleyball on the horizon as well. That's it. That's the show. A lot of interviews today. Ryan will be with you tomorrow. Also going to talk with Coach Nagel. Little women's tennis update. That's tomorrow. See you at women's basketball tonight.
Hey, son. How are you feeling?
I'm fine, Pops.
What's on your mind?
I can't explain it. Navigating